Hey, this is Tyler. I wanted to make this video for you and just give you a couple tips that you can start implementing right away to outrank your competition online and really start bringing in jobs for your business. So I have your website pulled up here, Champion Waterproofing, and it looks great. It's got pretty much everything you need, but the first thing that I want to point out is the content. When it comes to Google, content is king. They like to see anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 words on the homepage of a website. And then as far as all these service pages, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 words. And really what that content is going to allow you to do is rank for specific keywords related to your business and the services that you offer. Now there's a couple other things that we can do to get those ranking for you, and we'll talk about that throughout the video. But overall, the site's great. The only other thing I would mention would be to make sure that these phone numbers here are clickable. So that way, if somebody's on their phone, right, they can just click the phone number and give you a call. All right. And then we would also want maybe a nice call out or offer for people to really put their information in. All right. So that's really the only recommendation I would make. Otherwise, the site's really nicely laid out. And I wanted to pull up a report on the site so we can kind of look at the back end, figure out what's working, and then some opportunities we might be missing out on. So I'm going to use a tool called Ahrefs, and I pulled up your site here so we can see the metrics going on. And it looks like you're ranking for 49 keywords currently. So we can take a look at those and see a couple good ones here, like Champion Waterproofing Louisville, right, in your area. You're getting 30 searches a month for that. Basement Waterproofing Lexington, Kentucky, or KY, 40 searches. We got Basement Waterproofing Louisville, 70 searches. So there's some great keywords here. Even about foundation repair, 100 searches here. All right, so definitely doing well. But here we can see the position that we're currently in, and we're only ranking for a couple keywords on the first page. So we definitely want to get these up. That way you're being found for those. And you're bringing in jobs for them because that's what's drawing the traffic. So really combining that with, like I talked about, a good call out or good offer on your homepage there, it's going to do the trick. So the other way we can really, get ranking for these keywords besides the content are backlinks. And actually, sorry, I hit the wrong button there, but a backlink is just a vote of confidence, really. It's a link from one site pointing back to another, and it basically passes power and trust from that site to yours. All right, so think of it like a big popularity contest with Google. The more content you have and the more links you have, and really the higher quality content and links you have than your competitors, the higher up you're going to rank. So we talked about 49 keywords. It looks like you have 42 sites pointing back to yours, okay, and it's giving you 236 backlinks. And then here are those, trust and power numbers, really. And we want to compare to some of the competitors and figure out what we're missing out on and really, how we can beat them out. So we're going to come over here to Google, and I'm going to type in basement waterproofing Louisville, okay, and we're going to come down to the first result here in the organic section. So we have Aqua Locket. Okay, so let's take a look at them. All right, so nothing special so far. Let's scroll down real quick. It looks like they do basements, crawl space, and foundations. Okay, not clickable. So, I mean, it's a pretty basic website, right? And they definitely don't have a ton of content either, so that's good news. All right, so let's take a look at their report. And we see here that, it's pretty similar. They are ranking for a lot of keywords. All right, so they might have some content in the back end. They might have a blog or something. Looks like they do have quite a bit of service pages, but as far as the backlinks go, right, they only have 46 compared to your 42, and you have 236 backlinks. They have over 2,000, but don't be afraid of that. That's not anything great. If you take a look at their power, I mean, it's not high, right? However, it is a little bit higher than yours. So we really just want to go in here, just like we went into the keywords, figure out, what backlinks are working for them, kind of duplicate that process, and then go out and find better backlinks as well so we can beat them out. We can go in these keywords and really figure out what they're focusing on, what they're targeting with their backlinks and their content. And we can see what they're ranking for in the top 10 positions, which is the first page. So let's see if we can find some good ones. Louisville basement waterproofing, they're ranking number 1. So that brings in 50 searches a month on Google, and they're getting 17 of those searches because they're ranked #1. Like, I mean, think about it. When you search anything on Google, most people hit the first result, right? Because it's convenient. And then we have here basement waterproofing Louisville, 70 searches. They're getting 9 of those. So, when people are doing that, when they're searching those specific keywords, I mean, that's pretty buyer intent, right? And if they're falling or they're landing on our website and we have a good offer for them, there's no reason they're not going to, set up an appointment at least or get going with your services. So we really want to make sure it's all working hand in hand. And then we have waterproofing Louisville KY. They're getting, even down here in the 5th spot, they're getting some traffic. So definitely want to focus on some of those keywords. And overall, like I said, beat out their content, beat out their backlinks. All right, and then just another example, we can come over here and type in foundation repair Lexington, Kentucky, and we're going to skip the map pack once again, but we're going to come down to the organic section, and let's take a look at, let's see, Basement Doctor. All right, so that's the one I clicked on. Just giving myself a little reminder. Here we go. The good thing I'm noticing here is these websites aren't that great, right? You guys have a much nicer website, okay? So this isn't anything special. They do have a little bit of content here. Now, this is their foundation repair page. It's not their home page. So you'd be, competing against this specific page. And as long as, you create better content, you can definitely outrank these guys. But let's take a look at this report on this specific page. The numbers are going to be, a little bit lower, obviously, because it's, a back page. Most people focus on their home page, but they are ranking for 18 keywords and bringing in some traffic to this page. So we can see here, foundation repair Lexington KY brings in 100 searches a month. Foundation repair Louisville KY, 150. So foundation repair, I mean, that's a pretty big one in the, your area. It brings in a lot of searches, and being in the top couple of results is going to bring in some traffic here. So definitely a good one to focus on. And then heading back to the overview here, we can see they only have a couple of backlinks. So you could definitely create a foundation repair page as well with some better content, and then create a couple more backlinks, and then you'll have no problem outranking them. All right, so we talked about content. We talked about backlinks. The last thing I want to touch upon are citations. Now, a citation is just your name, address, and phone number. And what we want to do is we want to list those in business directories online, such as Yellow Pages. And that's what's going to help you get ranked in the Google Map Pack section. So we talked about the organic section, right? When we typed in some of those keywords in Google, right? We came to Google and we typed in, basement waterproofing Louisville. We came right down to the organic section. But now I want to talk about the map pack, and this is where the citations really come into play. All right, so first and foremost, we want to make sure that your Google listing is optimized. All right, it looks like you have it filled in pretty well. You got all your information. You got some great Google reviews. We want to make sure that we have a good amount of pictures, and we're saving these pictures with those keywords. So it looks like you're doing a good job there. And then it looks like you're missing a description though. So we talked about how important content was. Make sure to fill out a description. That way, when people are searching your business or companies like yours, you can pop up for that, right? Because the keywords match your content. All right, so let's take a look at some of the competitors around basement waterproofing in Louisville specifically. All right, and we'll see, what's kind of working for them. And let's just hit the first one, Highland Basement Waterproofing. So we can see they have less reviews than you guys. They are out of Louisville, so if you don't have an address in Louisville, that's obviously going to be why, but you can always use a friend's or, create a virtual office. But it looks like they have all their information here. And then, they're even missing their description. So we want to make sure that we're doing that. And, I mean, if the first person is missing theirs and you do it, along with all the other optimizations and adding in more citations, you'll have no problem outranking these guys. So focusing on content, backlinks, and citations are really along with optimizing that Google My Business listing and the offer on your website, it's going to mean a world of difference, right? And it's going to help you bring in jobs on a consistent basis. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach back out. Here's my business website, leadsbylordeye.com. Phone number's in the top right corner here, and you can obviously hit me back up on Facebook as well. I look forward to talking to you soon.